So let's discuss the top 3 questions or interview questions that may be asked for the position of risk manager job. So if you are applying for the risk management position, especially the risk manager job in any organization, you may be asked with these 3 questions which we will discuss in this video, and the model answers are also discussed in this video for each of the questions. So you can subscribe this channel if you have not already subscribed, and you can watch other videos where we have also already covered other interview questions. So first question may be, how will you assess and prioritize risks within the organization or within an organization? So here the interviewer is asking you how will you assess, what will it be the process that you will follow to assess and then prioritize the risks within an organization. So the model answer should be that you should start by giving the reference to the risk management frameworks and standards. Like for example, you can discuss the requirements of ISO 31000 that is related to risk management standard, or you can give the reference to the COSO Enterprise Risk Management Framework. Both are internationally accepted frameworks. This will give the interviewer a signal that you know the internationally accepted standards and frameworks related to risk management. Then you can say that I will conduct a risk identification session with the key stakeholders within the organization, like departmental heads and the managers working in different departments within the organization. Like suppose if you are performing the risk assessment of finance department, then you can conduct the meetings with the chief financial officer, financial controller, financial managers, and so on. And similarly, if you are performing the risk assessment of the branch operations, then you can conduct the interview session with the branch manager and operation manager. Then you will say that the risk will be categorized according to the nature and type of the risk, and we have already discussed the risk types in this channel, so you can watch the related risk management videos. You can check the playlist as well. So you will say that the risks identified will be categorized according to the likelihood or the chances of occurrence of the risk and the impact based on the data points or the evidences that will be gathered using a risk scoring matrix. Risk scoring matrix help in giving the prioritization to the risk based on high, medium and low level categorization. Then you will have to quantify the financial impact of each of the identified risks. Then further you will say that regular risk reviews will be performed and the risk registers will be updated in a timely manner to reflect any changes in the risk management strategy or particular requirements. Then you will say that collaboration with the departmental heads will be made on a regular basis to ensure that the suggested mitigation controls are implemented effectively and they are aligned with the business and operational objectives. So the question 2 might be, what steps do you take to ensure compliance with regulatory requirements? So here you will say that you will maintain a compliance checklist based on applicable laws, regulations, standards, and you will revisit the checklist on a periodic basis. Then you will conduct the regular audits to identify any compliance gaps, develop a compliance calendar to track the submission deadlines and obligations may be included in your answer. You will say that I will provide the training sessions to the employees and staff working in different departments of the organization, and the training sessions would be based on the applicable regulatory requirements, laws, standards, etc. And you will say that I will be interested to know that whether the organization uses the automated monitoring tools to track and report the compliance metrics on a real-time basis. If yes, then you will say that I will use the automated monitoring systems and tools to track the progress of the compliance metrics, and I will see whether the key performance indicators are effectively considered during the review process and during the ongoing monitoring of the activities of different departments. So question number 3 would be, how would you handle a situation where you identify a high risk area that management is reluctant to address? So here the question says that You have identified any particular risk or area which the management is not taking responsibility of, or whether the management might be ignoring the risk or the area you identified. So how will you convince the management? And this is asked in the question. So you will say that I will present a clear data-backed analysis, and I will show the potential impact of ignoring the risk to the management. I will offer possible mitigation strategies or possible risk mitigation strategies to the management so that they can reduce the chances of occurrence of the risk and the related financial impact. You will also have to emphasize on the cost benefit analysis of preventing or taking the proactive risk management measures, and you will highlight what is the benefit if the senior management takes the risk as a serious risk and on a timely basis proactively adopt appropriate controls to mitigate the risk. You will also take help of other departments and stakeholders within the organization, and you will have to say that I will engage with other uh, departments and cross-functional teams. I will ask for their support so that the case would be strong then and then presented to the senior management for taking appropriate risk mitigation strategies and measures. You can also say that I will keep communication open and transparent, and I will highlight risks regularly in the senior management committee meetings or the risk management committee meetings to maintain the awareness and to ensure that significant risks are not only identified but reported to the management in their regular or frequent meetings. So these are the three questions that you have to understand. First of all, how will you assess and prioritize risk within an organization? Recall the answer that we discussed. Then the question 2 is, what steps do you take to ensure compliance with regulatory requirements? Again, recall the answer. And the third was, how would you handle a situation where you identify a high risk area that management is reluctant to address? So you can subscribe this channel, and thank you for watching the video.